Spirit says you're this close to the blockage being gone. Not stating that your life is on a complete hold right now, but there's somebody that you have decided to establish healthy boundaries with. You're not confused anymore. You've broken a delusion. You're not confused at all anymore. You see things. You understand that you're grateful for every connection that comes into your life. And that it's building blocks. It's stones. It's tears. We're all tears in each other's lives. It's not about provance of worth or of care. It's evolution. Growing as a person, expecting more, not necessarily expecting more out of yourself, but holding yourself to this: I am upgraded. I am not going to plug back into the low frequencies that kept me in a spiral and focused on things that don't matter and bullshit and pettiness. My time is meant to overfill and flourish, and I've done my work on that part. You see that somebody was brought into your life for the opportunities to open other doors. You were very happy and with them. You were willing to uproot and change your life for them. Invest in them in more ways than one. You see, you've really released a malignant will. It's not that this person had ill-willed intentions against you, but they were clouded by their own delusion. They did ask a lot out of you and then tried to discredit it. You did do a lot of things for them. Some was asked and some wasn't. But also this person intently knew how much you cared about them and that you would do a lot for them. They never had a taste of that before. Somebody truly being like, hey, I'll do anything for you and I'll show it to you right now. So you've thrown away that feeling of oh, I was stupid. I should have seen differently. You were clouded at that time for a reason. There were things that you had to learn. There's things from this whole entire dynamic about yourself that helped you with your law of attraction. It also helped you remember your law of attraction is very high vibrational, not to let anybody in that can stop that frequency. You might have seen a change in workflow recently. You notice your law of attraction becoming slower. Yeah, and then you went maybe you went on a herbalistic type of retreat. Maybe you're a person that enjoys using holistic medicine, if you will. So you went inwards and definitely asked your guides about if this is done. The growth, everything, does it really stop now? Spirit says things grow in more ways than one. So, are you supposed to have a thick callus to this person? Are you supposed to move forward from this whole dynamic? Does feel like it. Yeah, freedom. This dynamic, this person was to teach you that people can say things and want to believe it with their full heart, their full ability, that they're doing it. But if their actions and their energy aren't aligning, do not cloud your judgments. Do not allow them to treat you in ways that you wouldn't have allowed to happen in the past. Do not let love cloud your judgment on your success and your intuition. You are not wrong. You were always right. But Spirit knew that this wasn't going to last long. Spirit knew this was going to propel you into the whole next year for motivation, for understandings, for fruition. Because you had become a little bit stagnant, complacent, thinking you weren't deserving of more yet, and that's all changed because of this This whole dynamic showed you a whole other level of your potential and what you've been holding back. And you're ready to go forward. Ain't nothing stopping you. So, let's see what we got. You took the leap of faith for somebody. You took the leap of faith, not just for somebody, but for yourself. You are continuously willing to do the leap of faith, the work, the determination, the resilience. It's time to move on from a connection. This person could have worked in divination, tarot, spiritual practices. You and this person are both very powerful healers. You've decided to unplug because the situation made you not feel growth anymore. See, the beginning of a new partnership, a relationship, etc., especially the first 3 months, really establishes your foundation to get there, the strength, the ability to overcome obstacles. And something was going well, and something stopped it. There's no one right, one wrong, but there in this situation is a sense of certain people wanting to move forward and other ones getting stuck in a competition mindset. Getting stuck in the fear and only just had all these plans but wasn't actually let's do them. It was just inspiration. It wasn't forward movement. So this foundation where at one time you all gave each other, or you two, take what resonates, gave each other an extreme amount of creativity, of new ideas. All of you flourished and thought of new beginnings. You see, you realize a lot of your thoughts and ideals were the same as others. That there's growth in expanding and not keeping everything to yourself. And the only way to build strong foundations is by being vulnerable. That's what this whole experience continued to show you. For a long time, you had to put this callus on. And because of that, you're never fully yourself with anybody. You're like, I'm not going to be a fool again, but a fool not in the leap of faith way. Gullible. You're forgetting that being a fool and being gullible are two totally different things. So, the spiritual growth, the material wealth, it follows you no matter where you go. In a year's time from now, you're going to have even more new connections. You're going to be seeing more of the world. And this person would have actually held you back. You would have invested a lot. It's like you would have put a lot into a garden and then you had to leave your garden and you hired somebody like a gardener or trusted somebody to nurture it while you were gone. And they didn't. And when you came back, it was your garden, all your hard work was dead. That's what would have happened in this dynamic. This person would have said they could have handled all this stuff and it would have fell on you. And remember, it is a collective, so this could be a business partner, this could be a relationship, but it's somebody you would have not had balance, give and take with. The universe gifted this person to you, and this universe also gifted you to this person. The bells were ringing. There was a whole new path, and we have left path, right path decisions. Just like in the past, you've made some things that it's not that you can't come back from it, but it realigned your destiny, and you had to move forward. Whoever in this dynamic, and you had to move forward. Whoever in this dynamic is, they're gonna have to swallow that pill. That's what's happened with them. The foundation, it cracked. You're not letting anything stop your spiritual and material wealth. Your priorities, the things you protect, the things you think about have totally changed, even from when you first met this person. The universe truly did gift you to them. They had been watching you for a while. They had seen your achievements. And growth is understanding. Maybe, just maybe, part of the reason that they liked you as much as they did was only because of those achievements. Not that they didn't like you, not that there wasn't a connection, but it was a leading cause. What they could have. I think this person was blinding themselves to how much they were taking advantage of all these people that were nurturing, or how much you were nurturing, how much the situation was setting, finally determination meeting, meeting your people that are going to do the work and be by your side, but they asked you to take off. And they didn't expect you actually to. This person could have literally been in a dynamic of you stood up, you tried, okay. Yeah, you tried to lead by example. You realized you weren't leading by example. You tell people to set all these healthy boundaries and you weren't doing it for yourself. So you finally did, and it was not reciprocated well. You felt all your hard work, all your determination, your self-trust being thrown away, and you said, nope, I'm going to be my own realistic knight in shining armor. I'm going to save myself. I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to trust that when I lead through love, if something is meant for me, it will stay. If something respects me, if the situation is deserving of me, it will not fuck up anything speaking my truth. But I have to not avoid the red, the yellow, the orange, the blue, the green, the flags. What do I mean by that? Everything. You can't ignore anything. This person was clouding your judgment. So that overgiving, Spirit put them in a position where they kind of had a moment for their dark side to be shown to you. We all have a light and a dark side. But the thing is, you wear your dark on your sleeves, and you've taken control, and you've flown away from fear. And this person has a fear mindset. You can still nurture this person from afar. There's a sense of knowing that if this person is in your life, you're going to have an imbalance. You've done this before in a different, you've been we could be friends, yada yada. This person, they're going to end up writing you some form of love letter or a long text message or etc., professing their love to you and everything, and that they knew they made the wrong decision and they just didn't know what was going on in their head. But you're done with that. So actually, by picking yourself and closing this cycle with this person is going to propel a whole other door of opportunities. You are safe, you are protected. You are safe and you are protected. You are a free spirit. And honoring all of you is what's going to continue your path now. So, we know the forward movement from here is to release this person. We know the forward movement from here is to release this dynamic, this job, etc. that is asking of too much from you. And then when you stand up for yourself, is getting callous and cold and almost punishing you. No. What's coming now? So if this is love, if this reading resonates for you as love, this is what they're stating. You're going into self-examination. You're not to go into hermit mode though, okay? You're going to get a lot of signs. So ravens are going to be around you. The number 444 and the number 222 are big significant signs. There could be Aries placement within this dynamic, but nonetheless, this is that ram energy. This is that it's not a time of fear. It's not a time of cutting off things that do serve. It's a time of cutting off energy that doesn't serve. We have left path, right path choices. If this person chooses to turn everything around and make it happen for a reason and honor and truly goes with the flow and apologizes and respects your healthy boundaries, There is a sense of them being able to stay part of your pack, and you don't have to go lone wolf from them. You do have to trust, okay? There has to be a pause. There has to be a time between you two having separation. But listen to your intuition. What your intuition is telling you is that releasing fear mindset is seeing the only thing that has to be a true death is the whole way I used to be with this person. The bigger picture is I can't even give the person the chance, the ability to take advantage of me. You're not mixing pleasure and work. And you're not keeping yourself in a pot that you've outgrown. You're okay with shaking things up. But you have a lot of options coming your way in love. And Spirit says do not put yourself in a box. At all. Go with the flow. A lot of these new romantic connections are going to lead to abundance in more than one way as well. You're going to have a lot of people wanting to write to you. You're going to have a lot of people that would be determined to show you that they're more than deserving of you. Yes. So, what's the last little bit? This is an interesting reading. Yes, there's a talisman. Okay, so this could be some form of a token that's being presented to you, something that's could have been taken away. Spirit's showing signs to a person that they notice that you've taken something off of yourself. You've taken something off of yourself. You could have returned something to this person, or this person could have asked you, oh, do you want this back? Do you want this back? They could have talked so much about physical stuff, and it made you realize right there, if they care so much about physical stuff, maybe that's all it was to them about me. Why when I tell them over and over again, I don't care about money, I don't care about gifting each other things, yada yada, why does it always come back up? It's because maybe internally for them, that's what your importance came from. What you could give. Because it's a psychology, it's a subconscious thing. Okay, these are collective takes, what resonates. These cards were for a person who, that you resonate and feel that your person can upgrade, can learn and come from this with you. And this is for somebody who can't. This is for somebody who they choose to cycle repeat and go in a spiral of a self-pity mindset. If you have this talk, this closure with this person, okay, and then they continue to like really show you this dark, remember you're protected, and stay focused to the true picture. The only thing you have control of is honoring your masculine nature with this. If you're a person who you feel that this talk or this conversation, no matter if it's happened or is about to happen, is going to end up with you feeling like you have to find the perfect thing to say at the perfect moment, or it's not going to be understood if somebody's picking out certain words, do not fight that. It's toxic. It's a red flag, and I'm not a person that likes to say red flags, but like something about the intensity of you needing to know this. If you go into this conversation and they don't give you this vibe, you must move forward. You must move forward and understand they can't be part of your fruition at all. Because we have left path, right path choices. Clarity is coming. Moss are a big forward movement. Do not shy away from any challenge. I'm going to say it to you one more time. You are very, very divinely protected. If you have any information, part of your existence that you have shared, do not worry. You have nothing to worry about. These were moments of growth. This person was put in front of you to show you you are protected, and that the world has to be deserving of knowing all of you. Remembering where you came from, how you've risen from the ashes, and you've experienced so much worse pain than this. So much worse. To stop discrediting your growth, your strength, your bullheaded energy. This all continues to help you see that you can go through life with controlled chaos. Somebody who is in control of their own life is always going to wonder if they're doing enough, to be quite frank. Somebody who's in control of their life is always going to push themselves to the next thing. It's part of being your own leader. It's part of being a light worker. And if a lot of you here are in entrepreneurship and etc., a pivotal part of being successful. You're radiant. You're a soldier. You're protected. You're divinely guided. And everything is yours. Everything that is yours is plugging in now. Remember, you can only have so many plugs in your outlets. You might have to unplug one thing that's no longer serving to go ahead and give that energy to something else. A lamp that used to give you light, if it's broken and you still have it plugged in, it's not doing anything for you. But if you untake that and you put something even more upgraded in, like, for some reason they just want me to say computer, so maybe you're thinking of buying a new laptop, computer, etc. You have the power now to advance and use what's serving you and gives you even more light. That's what I got for you today, my friends. Feel it, see it. You know your reason for life. You know your reason for being here. And you know you're deserving of the world. All right? All right. Let's get it.